Traders, how you doing? And welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what I feel is the best indicator to use when taking profits. Now, for those of you that know me, know I'm purely a price action trader. I do feel that price action is king and the best indicator is your eyes. However, in saying that, I do believe the use of an indicator can really help in your trade management side, i.e. where you place your stop loss or where you take your profits. And the best one I feel for taking profits is the parabolic SAR, SAR standing for stop and reverse. Now before we get into what it is and how we use it, I want to talk a little bit about trade management and why it's so important. So as we know with trading, it's probably 80% psychology and 20% strategy. So everything we're trying to do in our trading is trying to combat that emotional aspect. We're trying to make ourselves robotic by doing the same thing day in, day out. There's no emotions prior to entering a trade. The emotions only come after you hit buy and sell, which is why having a trade management plan, i.e. knowing exactly where you're taking your profits before you even hit that buy or sell button, is so important to reducing that emotional aspect because you don't have to think about it. So the parabolic SAR, it's actually hard to say if you keep saying it, parabolic SAR, is used to indicate momentum shifts, right? So what it is a series of dots placed over or below price depending on current market conditions. So we don't really need to know how it's calculated. End of the day, it doesn't even matter. All you need to know is how it's actually used. So if you look at this chart here and we take this section of price action, you'll see on that chart we've got dots here underneath price action, dots above price action here, dots below price action here, above, etc, etc. So that's the SAR. That's what we're looking for. And what this is telling us is when dots are below price action, we're on an uptrend. When dots are above price action, we are on a downtrend. So for example, in this section here, we can see dots being placed underneath price action, obviously indicating that this series of price is on an uptrend, as we can see just by looking at it. At this section here, we've got dots above price action, which shows that we are currently in a downtrend. In this section here, we've got them below, etc, 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 coming through to here where we're saying we are back on an uptrend. Now the good thing about the SAR is it's so simple to use. So if we have a breakout, let's say we're taking a breakout from this resistance zone here, our buy stop is in here waiting for price action to break through this level. Once we break through this level and you are triggered in, you presume the SAR, because we are on an uptrend during this point of view, the dots will be underneath price action. Once our order is triggered in, we are simply waiting for the market to move until these dots shift to above price action, and then you are out of your trade and you take your profits. Again, if we're doing through a breakout order to the downside, we expect on the breakouts our parabolic SAR to be above price action because we are likely be on a downtrend, and we're simply waiting for those dots to go underneath price action before we take our trade out and take our profits. Now the good thing about this indicator, remember there's pros and cons of every single indicator. The good thing about this is it can catch on to very good moves. And what I mean by that is if we have a trade where let's say we buy at this area here on this particular candle, if this market decides to really move to the upside, the parabolic SAR will keep us into that trend for as long as it will go. Whereas before we might be out at this point in time, on those really good powerful moves, the SAR will keep you in, obviously allowing you to capture more and more profit. On the flip side of that, it can get you out a bit soon. So if we do take let's say we take a sell order on a hammer candle, we take a sell order here, we move down a little bit, but the market decides to correct before it moves strongly to the downside. We may be out of this before the move goes because we'll have a few dots underneath price action during this corrective. But again, nothing is 100%. There's no such thing as a holy grail, but there are pros and cons of every single strategy. And this is a con of the SAR. So if I give you a real life example of the pros of the SAR and how it can really work for you, if we take this euro pound chart, on a break. Let's say you're taking a break of this area here. Now, once we've broken through, again, we're triggered in on this candle and we're waiting for the SAR to be above price action on a buy trade to take our profits. Now, this kind of movement to the upside is probably more than you would expect to get on your normal trading. But the parabolic SAR keeps you into that trade for this very strong move where you would likely have been out using other techniques. So using that SAR and waiting for that dot above to occur has allowed you to capture all this profit from that breakout, which you might not have done using another indicator or possibly another trade management technique. Now on the flip side of this, if we take an example here on the pound Swiss daily chart, you can see the breakout from this area eventually leaded to a big strong move to the upside. If we had taken a breakout and used the SAR from this zone, we'll notice this slight corrective just before the movement really breaks or the move really goes that will get us out of that trade before we realize this profits. So again, I'm here to tell you that this is a great indicator. However, it doesn't work every single time. So my advice is to go and test it. Go find out if it works for you within your particular strategy. I do think possibly breakout retests are good for the SAR. You can test them if you are a pullback trader. It could be great for scalping strategies, etc. But the main thing I think it's really good for is taking that emotional side away. Because we're simply waiting for a dot to occur at the top and then we are automatically out. So let's take away those emotions, and using that SAR is a great way to do that. Thank you all for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you did like the content and want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. It would really help out the channel. I do stream live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so come join in those live streams and say hello. If you're a trader and looking to take your trading to the next level, one member on rt-forex.com will win a $50,000 FTMO trading account challenge on us. So the links are below. Come and take our 7-day no credit card free trial. And hopefully one day one of you watching will win that $50,000 trading account challenge. Thanks everyone. Trade safe. Peace.